run, which is leaving me feeling a bit unsettled in a way. It's definitely been fun watching how it's unfolding, especially as a Jimbei fan, and getting to see him work a good angle here for him and his people in the face of some really bad things, which adds a great level of background tension while other things play out, such as Sanji and putting Urbrook in the frame. As can be expected, action is the name of the game here, albeit drawn out in a familiar way, such as Sanji making progress but having to face off against a range of characters, most of whom really shouldn't even bother. It's hard to get totally invested in a lot of fights because of what we've seen the Straw Hats deal with before, but they handle it well enough here by mixing in other subplots, such as what Caesar is up to with the mirror and getting around and setting in motion future plans. All of that just lets Brook have a really cool entrance, however, which means it's very much worthwhile. This episode does run all over the place with a lot going on and several confrontations, which works but doesn't give it quite the cohesive narrative you might find in other shows. Sanji's material with the Vinsmokes is definitely good as he's trying to save Riju, but all of the siblings are being held hostage at this point and just waiting to see how it unfolds. It's a good moment for Riju with her inner monologue that reaffirms a bit more of her being on the right side and stuck in all of this unwillingly because of her father. But that goes only so far here. This works really well and left me wishing it dug into it more, but the episode shifts gears to the other big event, which is Big Mom really understanding what happened with the frame and her scream cut loose, which was planned for by the Straw Hats, and they take advantage of it. Or at least start to. And the results are definitely good, especially as it becomes a full-on SQ for Sanji's family with him standing tall in the center of it all, much to their surprise. In summary, while there are the usual drawn-out moments at times here and a lack of a really strong through line with any particular character because of how many characters are involved, this is definitely a very fun episode once it gets underway. The smaller moments are enjoyable, such as Brook with what he gets into and then seeing Big Mom stating to cut loose with her screen. But there's just one sequence that really drives this episode that I wish had more time, and that's Sanji. What we get with him watching his family and then putting the plan into motion works very, very well and left me wanting half the episode devoted to it with a bit more depth. What we get is good, and with it leaving me wanting more isn't a bad thing.